Sign the contract. Exactly, sign the contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that.
Unless they want to give him $100 million and make a big spectacle, and you know what I'm saying, put the belts on the line, and that's the only way I can see that. $100 million, no less. Good. One catch one. Good. One catch one, two. Good. Slip. Yeah.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it.
There's a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis. Fans didn't think there would be a fight, but it might happen at some point. A fight between two old world leaders. Lean in now, because this isn't just a guys punching each other. It's about a warrior who is almost done with his masterpiece and another who is trying to make his own on the same painting.
Again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice.
This is going to be great, so make sure you like and follow. Again, I had to ask because I could feel the stress rising. Jaron Ennis is moving into the section that Terence Crawford used to lead, the super welterweight class at 150 pounds. Crawford was the best before he shocked everyone by fighting Canelo Alvarez.
For Terence? Yeah. If I was Terence, I would retire. That's what I would do. He did everything, man. He's done everything, man. You know what I mean? You know how many titles he don't want? All that stuff, you know what I mean? I think I'll go off one in the sunset, man. You know what I mean? You don't need more money.
But there's a catch. Trainer Derek Ennis, his father, says that this fight shouldn't even happen. He says that he would put down his gloves right now if he were Terence. There won't be any more belts, fights, or having to prove yourself. Nothing more than a lasting memory. And then there's Crawford, the undisputed champion. He just finished one of the best runs in boxing history and is teasing that he might quit unless someone gives him an insane $100 million. What is going on here then? Is this a real fight? Or is it just a dream that fans and organizers want to come true? Because if Crawford fights Ennis, it could be the greatest fight between two generations in the history of boxing. It is possible that this fight will permanently change the way fighting is done.
I'm trying to tell you, 154, man, it's mine. 154 is mine, and they're gonna see, you know, and they're gonna see, you know. Just stay tuned, and like I said, when I handle business October 11th, we're gonna see.
There was a huge cheer when Jaron said he was going up to 150 pounds. Terence Crawford used to be the best in this weight class. It's not just a guess. This is really happening. On October 11th, he will fight UCM Lima in a WBA title eliminator, which will be his first fight at the new weight. He'll be one step closer to a world title and maybe even Crawford if he wins that fight. But when the news got out, it wasn't the fans who were in the news. It was her dad.
Terence can fight and he can box. And he can fight. He'll fight this side. He take chances, man. You know what I mean? And that's how you be great, man. And he one of the greatest out there now. I think he's great.
Derek Ennis told everyone something shocking. There's no reason for this fight to happen. I quote, "If I were Terence, I would retire. He's done everything." That comment shocked everyone in the boxing world.
Mostly every round. If you want to give him 2 rounds, you can give Canelo 2 rounds. Other than that, well, Terence was great, man. I told everybody, they told me he can't beat him. I said, yes, he can.
On the one hand, Buse said nice things about Crawford and called him one of the best fighters ever. The other side, he was warning the sport in a sneaky way. It was meant to be a simple fight and buzz, but this could be too much. Things got tough quickly. A talk about leaving risk and the limits of being brilliant. There is no doubt that Terence "Bud" Crawford will be remembered in fighting history. He has done everything. Before beating Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas, he won at 147, 154, and 168 pounds. A fight that made him one of the best boxers of all time. But things are different now that they've won. There are no more belts that Crawford wants.
I mean, I think Crawford is done. If it ain't $100 million to go down there and fight them guys, and let them guys do all the hard work, whatever you want to call it, let them collect the belts, and then we fight for undisputed. That's it. Other than that, I don't see Crawford fight no more. Ain't no need to Crawford don't need to do no more.
Bernie Davis, a close friend of his, says that a $100 million payout is the only thing that might make him go back into the ring. Not even a penny less, $100 million, not 75 or 90, but 100. Why do it if not? The boxing world was shocked by Davis's clear comments. Because, even though Crawford is clearly creative, his drawing skills have been called into question for a long time.
There's no need to do no more. He's done everything that it is there to do, you know. And unless they want to give him $100 million and make a big spectacle, and you know what I'm saying, put the belts on the line, and that's the only way I can see that. $100 million, no less.
That fight with Canelo brought in more than 70,000 people. But, let's be honest, a big part of that crowd came to see the Mexican great Crawford. His last fight with Israel Madamov only drew about 4,000 people, and a lot of them got free passes. So when a fighter screams $100 million purse, you wonder if they mean it for money, pride, or something else. Crawford might know exactly what that number means. It's not just a price tag. This is a message. I will fight again, but this time for history, not to stay alive. Uranis is in a strange spot when they think that way. You can't go after a man who may have already given up fighting, right?
That makes a whole lot of sense. And the fight that stylistically will be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
If Terence Crawford is an example of skill, then Ennis is an example of pure momentum. He is 30 for 0 and has never lost, and he is fast, quick, and dangerous. Even experienced fighters are worried about him. Promoters are paying attention. He moves up to a new weight class and tries to become a weight world champion.
I've seen all the top fighters. I truly believe that Jaron Ennis is the pound for pound #1 in weighting. I'm not talking about 3 years. I'm talking about 12 months. I think this guy is going to go through this division, move up to 160, weight world champion. I think he's the guy to replace Terence Crawford.
Ed Ahern called Ennis the next pound for pound #1. I think he's the best candidate to take over for Terence Crawford. Karn said that GOAT was him. It's a strong claim that goes after Ennis again. Fans are split up. Some people think Boots is the next big thing in boxing, the right person to take over from Crawford. Some say he's looking for a hero whose story has already been told. Now for the twist. Even Nana's team isn't sure if this fight should happen. His father may see majesty in his son's eyes, but he also sees danger in Crawford's background because facing Terence Crawford takes more than skill. It's about getting into the ring with a man who knows all the styles.
I told everybody that.
Do you think he could have got the stoppage?
I think he could have got the stoppage. He'll tell you that if he had to sit down a little bit more. But I tell you,
Derek Busianis is more than just a dad. He is a well-known and recognized boxing coach and expert who can spot brilliance at its finest. What he said about Crawford was very smart. Because they cared, they came. He is done with everything. He already has enough money. Booth said that Crawford was like heroes like Floyd Mayweather and Sugar Ray Leonard, saying that he had already won his place with them. Fans, on the other hand, don't agree. Many people think Boo is just trying to keep his son safe because he knows Crawford has a unique ring IQ.
the greatest there is. You know what I mean? People can talk about him all they want. You know what I mean? When he fought, what's that boy? The last fight, they thought he was going
Madrimov.
He was talking about he lost. No, he didn't lose. He won.
Some say he is being brutally honest, has already proven his point, and has nothing more to show. This makes for an interesting situation. A father who wants to leave something special for his son, and a fighter who wants to take it from someone else. It's the classic passing the torch story, but only if Crawford agrees to light it. One group is wary, while the other doesn't know what to think. Everyone was shocked when Andre Ward asked Crawford what he was going to do next with all the smoke.
Everything's up in the air right now. I'm just, enjoying my family, enjoying, to be able to say, look what I accomplished or what I'm about to accomplish next.
I'm chilling. Crawford said, I'm not sure what to do next. I haven't met with my team yet. It was clear that this wasn't a man planning to beat his next opponent. This was a winner thinking about a career that was over. He talked about how to balance family life and the big picture. Having fun with the peace that comes with beating everything.
They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying?
got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Yeah, I don't mind.
Even Bulick, who had trained him for a long time, told him he should fight 2 or 3 more times before quitting, but Bulick did agree on one more thing. It would be hard to move up to 160 pounds. Crawford doesn't need to show anything because he's good enough. Since Crawford doesn't know what to do next, is Ennis following a ghost? Or will Crawford come back into the ring for one last fight because of the right mix of money, reputation, and public pressure?
I don't want to fight him because if he did, he could make it happen. All the stuff about the past shit, we know what all that shit was about. The thing is, with Boots not being able to get that fight.
The trainer, Greg Hackett, made things worse just as things were getting calm. He was honest when asked about Crawford and Ennis, but he didn't want to attack them. Do not say that you are going to fight him if you are not going to. A lot of people in the fighting community shared that one quote. Within hours, forums, podcasts, and fan sites sprung up, calling Crine everything from a smart businessman to someone who didn't want to adapt to the new age. Why is there irony? That's exactly how Crawford used to talk about the fighters who stayed away from him. It looked like guys like Heath Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. always had other ideas and got knocked out.
But if you're not gonna fight him, don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell somebody what to talk about. But I'm just saying, if I'm not interested in fighting a guy, I would ask the interviews. You know, don't even ask me about that guy. You know what I mean? And I just feel like as far as Boots giving props.
Years later, things are different now. Crawford, the young, hungry lion at the top, looks in from the outside. Hackett's punch hit a nerve, so it went deep. Has Crawford turned into the thing he used to fight? The winner who doesn't open the door but shuts it. I won't even talk about a guy if I don't want to fight him. Hackett said something, but it's just me. That line stuck. Fans talked about it for days. Some people said Hackett was right. Not his ego, but his reputation is what Crawford is protecting. The other person answered, at least you're still fighting if you keep talking. While that online fight was going on, another name quietly joined the fight. One that made everyone stand up. Ryan's season is being boosted by a Saudi sports billionaire named Turkey, who wanted to up the price out of the blue. He openly said that the WBC light heavyweight champion David Beninavidze should be Crawford's next opponent. That's right, Crawford versus Benvidze, just one more surprise fantasy game. But Benvidze quickly shut it down. Allow Crawford to live. He told the ring what to do. That's how he is, class. That was it. We thought that was all. Matchroom Boxing was making its own strong move behind the scenes. Eddie Hearn has stated that Matchroom and Turkey Alec will work together in a big way this season. Something that isn't just about fighting. It's about making Saudi Arabia the fight sports capital of the world. That means money, huge amounts of money, enough to make Crawford's $100 million claim sound really reasonable. That means that if Saudi Arabia wants to hold another mega fight and its fame rises, Riyadh might be able to make money over Sanis. The question is less of a guess now that boxing is entering a new golden age of big rewards and egos.
My main focus right now is October 11th. That's all I'm worried about. October 11th. I ain't worried about no outsiders. You know, I like that. That's how when you don't pay attention to what you got in front of you and you think ahead. That's how things happen. You know, I'm main focus on October 11th, and that's it.
As if there wasn't enough stress already, Jaron Ennis spiced things up a bit. 5 people were asked to name boxing greats that he thought should be on his personal Mount Rushmore. There was James Toney, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Roy Jones Jr., but there was one name that was missing. John Terence Crawford. Not a vote, not a statement, and not a refusal. His words were so good that he called Crawford's historic win over Canelo Alvarez a great win for boxing, but when they talked about greatness, he left him out. In fighting, that says it all. His fans thought it was rude. Others saw it as a sign of confidence. I do not adore you. I am going to replace you, a young warrior says. Crawford probably heard them. Even if he doesn't answer in public, he's the kind of rival who secretly records those times. For a legend, being told he doesn't fit with them is the only thing that drives him. At this point, it's hard to tell the difference between respect and competition. Boxing's 154-pound weight class has become one of the most exciting very quickly. Jaron Ennis is new to the division, has never lost, and wants to show himself. The WBA king, Fabis Barao, is ready for his next big fight. Is Real Madmoff is on your list? Crawford has already beaten him. And the question of whether Terence Crawford will come back to take back his past power hangs over all of them. This is how it might go. He fights Wismal Lima on October 11th. He will have to fight the WBA if he wins. The next step that makes sense for him is to fight Bell for the title. Let's say Ennis wins these two. He is the world winner in the 154-pound weight class. At that point, the calls for a Crawford fight get stronger. But the biggest question is still there. Cash. Crawford might come back for less than $100 million. Or is the story just about Nis callouts? There are rumors that the trainer is working out one last big deal. Because Crawford is very good, and his friends know it. Another fight is enough for him.
We heard him fight week. No retirement. No retirement. He'll make all the
Well, look, man, look, that's the thing. You know, you gotta have strong will. You know, because a lot of things gonna be thrown at you. But it's up to you to, know what's right.
What if it's not money that caused the last fight? What if it has to do with making sure that a ruler from the past can still rule tomorrow? It sounds like Terence Crawford has had enough. Jaron says that he's just beginning. But if their paths cross and this problem happens, it will be more than just another night in the ring. It will be a fight between Aries, who is great at accuracy, and the power prodigy. Hunger versus heritage. One man fights to live forever, and the other man wants to live forever. The question is, if this fight happens, who will win, the fame or the legacy? Please tell us what you think in the space below. Okay, everyone, sign up for MMA Motivation Fan. Make sure you're getting alerts so you never miss anything important. Watch some of our other movies. Peace until next time.